I don't know if I should tell you this before or after the speech, but Evan and I entered into what we called speech negotiations. I'll just say that and give the rest to him. You're about to be very entertained, don't worry. It will be. One for the ages, Evan. All right. Thank you. Good?
What am I doing again?
A speech, Evan.
Wow. 8th grade. It's our last year here in school. I think we're all thinking a lot of things, maybe excitement or worry or maybe even hunger. I ran the numbers. I've been physically in school for a net total of 1.6 total years in class. I have been locked in the same room as these people for over 1/10 of my life. So let me take you through the adventures of Saint something. Preschool was chaotic. All fought for dominance and for glory. We were 3 years old. It was great. Miss Oman took us to the Como Zoo, sea life, and we made real green eggs and ham. Do not ask how they got green. Now kindergarten with Mrs. Shetty. I still can't spell her name correctly. To sum it up, the girls did who knows what, and the boys waged wars together by any means necessary. Legos, Connects, a Kiwi, you name it. Kindergarten was a great year, watching the Berenstein Bears, the Live Eagle Cannon, singing Pizza Hut, and man, those Lego tables were the greatest. All right, now 1st grade with Mrs. Volberding, the year of decodable books. We had our first play, The Noble Narble. Joy learned not to give herself a haircut during school. Jeremy became Two-Face in a sledding accident. And I had my scheduled visits to the principal's office. This year, Mackenzie threw up, and we still don't know who did it. There was also some kid named Gabe who left to go to some public school. I hope he comes back in like 6 years. Up next was 2nd grade with Mr. Kuzman, the one with the candy jar. Let me say, if you didn't know how to do a puzzle after 2nd grade, you're just gonna get kicked out of school. This year, we learned about democracy. We earned Kuzman cash for being good students, so... And poverty was pretty cool. One time, Joy had like $2 full, and the boys were like, man, I wish I had more than 20 cents. Anyway, we started this ninja thing where we'd all jump on the retaining walls like, bam, you're a ninja master. We all joined together to defeat the supervillain kid. You could tell he was evil because he walked with his hands behind his back and he talked like this. Now 3rd grade with Mrs. Droogsma. Props to Mrs. Droogsma for dealing with 9-year-olds for every year of her professional life. That takes talent. The mystery jar returned, happiness. And it was a big year for show and tell. There was a joke of the week, and we could bring in postcards for the wall collection. We also had to run to the tree and back if we did something bad. Man, we must have run marathons. 4th grade was Mrs. Preuss, the original. This was the year the Cubs won the World Series, and we got to witness the longest celebration ever between Paige and Mrs. Preuss. Mrs. Preuss looked like me when my mom told me Wild Kratts was on yesterday. 4th grade was great. We got overfed on peppermints, so Sophie sneezed up a hydrogen bomb. We watched black and white movies all the time, and somehow she still taught us how to divide fractions. Sophie gave birth, or no, not Sophie. There's a lot of Sophie this year. Jordan gave birth in a play, and Sophia dropped her shoe in the toilet. How did you manage to do that? It's a shoe. All right, now 5th grade with Mrs. Gilmore. Her last year, we ran her out of the place. Mrs. Gilmore had yoga balls in the classroom, and let me tell you, we made those a problem within a week. We had great fun doing the social studies fair, beating each other's hands with fly swatters, and cleaning our... Yeah, there was a lot of that too. Let me start. We had great fun doing the social studies fair, beating each other's hands with fly swatters, and cleaning our desks with shaving cream of all things. This was our first year at Camp Audubon, and that was amazing. We did high ropes, all sorts of nonsense in the cabins, and played poker, as you'd expect an 11-year-old to do. And I got a car to pull over for me when I fake ran into a sign. All right, now 6th grade. Mr. Peterman's class was interesting simply because of the fact that if you weren't paying attention, you'd probably get hit in the head with a stress ball. The speed of light had nothing on how quickly we annoyed the teachers with slime. That stuff is going to be rotting in the floorboards for generations to come. We played even more poker at Camp Audubon. I'm still recovering from losing a kidney in a bet. This year we won the soccer tournament with our legendary team, and we had a ton of fun at the state capitol. And I did not end that sentence. In Mr. Peterman's history class, we learned about so many different people and places, like Mr. Peterman's buddy Mark, Mr. Peterman's buddy Daryl, Salt Lake City, Nevada, every single cathedral in Europe, Taiwan, and my favorite location on the map, home base. All right, 7th grade. For 7th, we had Mr. Bulberding and Mrs. Dolan mainly. Here's a tip for 7th grade. If you want to be cool, that's not happening. This is 7th grade, not a motorcycle gang. We had online school towards the end of the year because of a certain little coronavirus, and that sure was something. I must say, putting a bunch of immature 7th graders on a Zoom call was not the most genius idea. I can't tell you the amount of times Sawyer and I sabotaged those calls before class, but you didn't hear it from me. You heard it from the voice changer. All right, now we're in 8th grade. The last one, I hope. We had Mr. V, Miss Crawford, Mrs. Dolan, and Pastor Moss's teachers. Gabe did come back. You're not a St. John's OG, though, because you skipped out on like 6 years. You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master. This last fall, Sawyer, Gabe, and I made a massive leaf pile that swallowed my phone, and Sophie, Paige, and Joy helped. Sophie won Dribble Knockout, forever crowning her with the Dribble Knockout Master trademark. It'll be on the fine print in your driver's license. Sawyer and I had our legendary rap battle, and who could forget the class trip where we messed around in a hotel, died horribly of pneumonia in the swimming pool? And can we all, everyone here, just give a salute to Jackson for his valiant attempt to feed a seagull from his hand? That is truly inspiring. It didn't end up working out because none of the seagulls wanted to go anywhere near him, just like those 16-year-old girls he keeps talking about. And yes, I got pantsed by a treadmill. So that was a fun 10 years. I can say this is by far the best school I've gone to. I've enjoyed most of it. And if I could just say one thing to all the teachers before I go, it's when you're pausing a YouTube video, you don't have to move the mouse slowly and meticulously to the bottom left corner of the screen. You can click anywhere. I even made this helpful diagram in case you need help. But with that, that's the end of our legacy. Thank you to you guys. It's been a fun 10 years. And thank you and goodbye to St. John's. God bless.